I'm passionate about helping families who are considering the possibility of selling their companies to avoid mistakes other families have made during this process. Successfully selling a family business is indeed an art. However, it requires carefully following a protocol. Unfortunately, too many families have learned the hard way. It was seeing botched deals, failed efforts, and sad stories of families losing their wealth that drove my interest in this topic. I became determined to learn as much as I could before reaching the decision to sell our own family company. It occurred to me that an excellent metaphor for selling a company is flying an airplane. Pilots are required to diligently follow checklists for pre-flight, for takeoff, in-flight, and landing. Over 50% of fatal aircraft accidents are traced to pilot error caused by not adhering to the instructions inherent in the checklists. Therefore, I concluded that anyone selling a company needs a checklist, which should be assiduously followed in order to avoid a catastrophic error during the process. One of the worst cases I saw up close was a third-generation family that owned a meatpacking company and had made the decision to sell. One of the largest suppliers of hamburger patties to Burger King, they reached an agreement to sell to a larger company in the industry. In fact, a competitor owned by a bigger-than-life, widely known entrepreneur. On the day of closing, with all the documents signed, the family was in a meeting room at the university club, awaiting confirmation that the wire transfer to the family's account had cleared. The designated time for the wire to arrive had passed, and minutes became hours. Finally, the phone rang. It was the chief financial officer of the acquiring company who said, "I'm really sorry. Our financing fell apart in the 11th hour. Unfortunately, we cannot fund the deal, so it's off." It wasn't a secret that the acquiring company had gotten into financial difficulty and was losing the confidence of their bank. Even superficially checking would have revealed this potentially fatal flaw. Stunned, the family didn't realize the cleanup issues they were facing. The senior generation chairman of the board had already bought a mansion in Palm Beach, Florida, in anticipation of paying for it with his new liquidity. Word of the sale had already hit the street, and that's how the employees heard that their company had been sold. Customers heard about the sale, and then the news came that the deal fell apart. Regrouping, rebuilding trust, and reestablishing momentum with employees, suppliers, and customers is no small chore. This story taught me two critical lessons that I've turned into rules.